everybody. We are doing a little rewind, recap, regurgitation from week 0, because apparently that's how we're going to count. Week 0 is not a thing. We'll try and get that fixed. This would be the LOL iRL trucks. These would be trucks. These trucks will run about 100 miles, and tonight they are running those 100 miles from Daytona International Speedway. Earlier, before you were here, before this recap, we did qualifying. And this is what the qualifying looks like. Old Piracini Pirouetti sticks her on the pole. The Thunder from Down Under, John Campbell, sits her outside pole. Got Boo Sid Kashishian in third with Ben Harcum in fourth. We got Sexy Waltrip himself, Kyle Gretsch, starting fifth. Alex Goff in sixth. We've got some moron that's blabbering at you right now sitting there in seventh in the old Burb Mobile. Got Douglas Bramble in eighth. Oliver Turan, who was live streaming this thing, in ninth. Derek won. Lucky Cat in 10th. Got Ryan Traver, who is starting 11th with Lawson in 12th. Jason Johnson starting lucky 13th, Matt Harmon in 14th, and the Nodge starting shotgun on the field with the LOL Truckers. And we are gonna go, and we are gonna crash. What did we do? There's trucks sideways in the background. This is just not a very good start. Let's get these guys loaded back up, get them brought back down, and let's see what happened. We're going to ride along. Oh, Doug Bramble. Little check up at Ruski. And that got him a whole lot of the two truck. We're going to see here from one Lucky Cat. Gets on her a little early. There's Doug. Oh, he's going to get help from the back on that. And he's also going to take Johnson with him. Oh, dear. Well, that's an inauspicious start, but that's how we do things around here. We'll get them racked up, and we'll point them back at the track and try this again. The pace truck will be pulling down. Right there is where it pulls down. That's what he does. And, of course, we've got a timer up because this is a replay. So that's something that we'll be adjusting on. And off we go. We got JC out front. We have got Ben Harcum behind him with Sid Kashishian and the Burbomobile in fourth with Ollie Tran sitting there in fifth. Of course, it's Daytona. There is just not a whole lot of Daytona that really changes at all. It's just what you do is you go sideways, you gain some spots, you lose some spots. You do this, you do that. And these are all the things that you do. There we go. Lap 1 of 41. This was scheduled to be a 41 lap race. Oh, yeah, sure, if you believe that. I may or may not have found the button. Anyway, enough of me blabbering. Let's ride on with some trucks. Oh, we got somebody touching the wall. That is not what you want to be doing. The wall is not to be touched. It is not to be messed with. It is the forbidden fruit. No touching the wall. Let's jump on board. As you can see, we have got one big old tight packed wad of trucks matriculating around Daytona International Speedway. A big old loud pack of realm. This is what we do. We line up, we push, we slide out there. For some reason we have 228s, but you know what? It don't matter. Nobody is judging us for having 228s, and it's possible that the guy that runs that didn't notice it until now. And Ali gets himself a little brush. Scuffs up the paint of the safety rating racing mobile. Strickland propane. Sit on board. Oh, hey, look, we've got some dyers happening back here. Kyle's dying, I'm dying, we're dying all over the place. Well, guess we'll see what's going on there. Trouble. So as you see, that little checkup with Sid lost a little momentum. Nodge goes to the outside, and we touched, and off we go. Everybody's dying. Kyle's dying. Nodge died. Nodge died the most. Nodge is hiding behind the restrooms. He may need to stop there and do a quick clean out. But it's just that quick. You can see how quick this is going to happen. Nodge cracks the throttle. Got a little bit of wobble. Down. Yeah, Gilligan. Oh, his nose stuck in the wall for a second. Blew a motor. Vegans don't like blowing motors. Well, I mean, nobody likes blowing motors, but the Nodge vegan energy mobile really hates blowing motors because it just does. And he tows back to the pits. We will move forward, and we will be back. And we are back as the Pace truck. We still use trucks, man. We're racing trucks. We're taking trucks everywhere. That's what we do. That's what we're going to do. That's just how it is. We've got Ben Harcum. He's going to lead us back to the green. Lap 13. Trailing him will be Mr. Douglas Bramble, followed by the Aussie JC John Campbell. We've got Boo Sid. Boo Sid. That's what we do. And then behind them, side by side, we got Matt Harmon. We have got Oliver Turan. They're in the 002. We've got Matt Piracini. We've got Jason Johnson. I think him and JC are having a thug it out contest of their baby pictures. We have got Ryan Travier, whichever. And then we got Bubblegum Man Alex Goff tooling up and around. We got the Professor Burb Mobile. We have got James Lawson. And our previously just died, stuck his nose in the wall, and somehow stuck Nodge. And meanwhile, Liquid Death, Derek Cat, R.I.P. buddy. This Daytona is just not your day. As we look out front, side by side, we got Sid, we got Ben. It's a battle of the three-letter names, which a lot of you know Sid's first name is not actually Sid. Oh, Sid disappeared. I shamed him out of existence. Little bump, little touch. The plate racing with iRacing is touchy, to say the least. Of course, you know, as hopefully you guys all understand, we're doing this on the internet. So ping times and connection quality, it does not take much for you to be just a little bit off. And a little bit off when you're running 180 miles an hour kind of makes a big deal. That's why you show the onboard truck cameras, which we'll go back on the dashboard here. You'll see we're going to have a little disappear. That's why. And it's just the game doesn't particularly know exactly where you're at. And a lot of times you get a little bump or a shove that doesn't quite hit you square, and that's why. But, you know, it looks cool doing it. Sometimes it does anyway. Or sometimes for no good reason, you're just like, hey, what happened? Because you're flying through the air upside down, your cheeks are on fire, and you're like all confused. You need to call your mom. She's like, well, I don't know what's happening. I'm not at your house. And then you're like, well, thanks a lot, Mom. It's terrible. Sometimes Mom is terrible. It's okay to admit it. But coming around here, going to make it for 25 to go, approaching the halfway, and then when the guy that we are trained on, Sid, has a little bit of a connection issue, the camera forgets where it's going. So we're going to back down here a little bit, and we're going to jump down. We're going to train it over on, we'll go on Jason Johnson. He usually stays in frame and doesn't blink. He's got that super good internet. He lives in a magical place where it never storms. It's always nice out. It's never cold. I don't know if he's got any sort of issues with like circus folk or anything. Maybe, maybe not. All right, we are going to do a quick crank it up, and then we're going to jump forward a little bit so we can pick you guys up on the end. We are coming around. We're going to have 22 laps to go. A little wiggle, a touch, another touch. We got problems. 19's in it. 28's in it. A whole lot of everybody else barely misses it. Woo, buddy. All right, let's take a ride. I know a guy that had a pretty good view of this. If you don't believe that leaving a gap sometimes is beneficial, this might be your proof. Whoop, just missed him. Oh, boy, slow down, slow down. No, 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 no. Touched him just a little bit. But all things said and told, a quick kiss, rolled on through, and all the carnage happens around you. And back off of 2, Goff decides he's going to dust off the wall for us because it's been a little bit since it's had anybody go up there and dust it off. Yeah, shoot on down the backstretch with 18. Oh. So looks like we're going to get a little more help with that from Jason Johnson. Oh, little kiss there from Piracini to Sid. I think Sid's brake checking everybody. I don't know. Not really. It's easiest to blame Sid because these are the things we do. We blame Sid whenever possible because, I don't know. You just do. As we come around, 17 laps to go. We are still 5x2. That'd be like 10 trucks, basically in a wad. We got Ben Harcum and Ryan Traver have now taken first and second in front of Ollie and Jason Johnson. I'm going to bring them on down. Time more one. That long back straightaway at Daytona. See some fire coming out of the pipes. These boys are still cracking the throttle. We haven't started cracking the whip yet. We're still just cracking the throttle on these trucks. Waiting for the inevitable because it's getting to be the end of the race. And we all know what that means. The end of the race. Oh, no. There goes the 24. And Doug, who looks like he has decided he's just going to hang out there till later. Let's ride on here and see how Doug got himself married to the fence. Now, all things being the same, looks like just another old trip around. We're going to be Coming around through. And bump. Oh, Doug. Oh, man, good thing that's on iRacing. That probably would have hurt. Meanwhile, Piracini does the Piracini pirouette and rolls on about his day. Here we come to the stripe for 10 to go. 10 more times around the old Daytona International Speedway to put a cap on this. A little more dust, a little more fur flying. Oh, and we're killing off Australians now. Oh, it's always the zero with caution on the tower. So, this means we got to rack them up and try it yet again. As you can see, we have lost our one cool cat. We got our other cool cat, Bramble, back there. He's a couple laps down, but Ben Harcum's going to get caught up here to everybody as we come in and get ready to restart this thing. We got 13. We got a baker's dirty dozen to finish this thing off. And green flag is back out. We got 6 to go. And Jason Johnson's going to take the old Mountain Dew rod and get it way too far out. That is going to cost him by the time they get around to the back straightaway. Definitely don't want that big of a hole with the trucks. Trucks make way too big of a hole in the air, so you get that gap, and it doesn't take long, and pretty soon you are just dropping like a rock. And already down 2 spots, 3 spots. Ollie's got to run up the middle. He's going to shoot up there. Oh, Goff! Goff is just died all over the place. Those tires definitely are not as sticky as the bubblegum. Oh, James is still in the grass. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan, oh, Ryan. Well, as I alluded to earlier, we go to overtime. That one there would be why. And here we go. We are getting ready for it. They are coming in all slow like. We got a green. We've got a really even start. Kyle does not have any help, though, which is going to be of no help to him. Yeah, that's all I had. Anyway, so Kyle's going to fight this battle alone on the outside, which means Kyle's going to lose this battle alone on the outside as you got 3-1. Finally getting a little bit of help coming in the form of Sid and Nodge. Get these things most of the way up to speed and coming down the back straightaway. We're going to have the 27 versus the 24 fighting them out coming into 3. And we've got basically a 4x4 there. Yeah, that was another truck pun. Oh, now we got 5x3. That won't work. That'll tear up the drivetrain. Anyway, Kyle runs her up really high. Sid was trying to stay connected with him. Oh, me, Nodge, and Ollie, they're doing a little Three Stooges action in the back. White flag is out. This one's going to end it. Win, lose, or draw. Somebody's going down. We don't know who it's going to be. But I bet it's one of the trucks pictured. All right, about a half lap to go. We'll slide up in front. We got Kyle. We got Matt pushing. We got Ollie pushing Matt. Oh, JC is going to take a ride through the grass. As you can hear, that was JC out there, high-speed lawnmower. Oh, Jason Johnson is now looping around. So we are definitely going to have some post-mortem to look at here. We're going to have Matt go up high. No, Kyle comes up, gives him a little bit, touches and turns him. Kyle is going to die. So many dead. Let's see what happened there. Going to start this last lap of terrors here on board with JC. Gets a little check, gets bumped. And in typical JC fashion, Does a really good job. Sees everybody else. Oh, pops the motor. Oh boy. Well, let's see what he ran into. This one might be easier if we just watch him from afar, because there's a lot going on there in that pack. But he gets a little touch. We've got a little checkup, trying to move out of Sid's way. And then some knucklehead comes blowing through and just murders people left and right. Holy boy. Well, back to the wreck for the win. All right, we're going to ride on here with Matt. You can see he's going to come up high. He's going to try and drag Kyle up high. There's almost a truck width. Not quite, so he goes up high. Going to come back down. It's under the stripe a little bit. Kyle goes to turn down. Matt's there, turns him. That's super speedway racing is what it is. We're going to ride on board here and take a look. All right, see on there, see him down underneath, and there's just not quite enough room. You got to straighten her out, come up high. You got to drift back down. There's almost enough room. That turn to the right concerns me, but other than a little murdering for the win amongst friends, we have a winner, and it's the Piracini Pirouetti Mobile. So we will put Matt in as the official race winner. Why we are showing practice instead of the race, I don't know. But how about we switch over to race? There we go. Matt Piracini over Kyle Gretsch by 21 thousandths of a second. Ollie Tran comes in third with Mr. Goff sitting out in fourth. Sid's in fifth. The Nodge finishes sixth. The old Burb Mobiles in seventh. Matt Harmon's in eighth. Ryan Travers in ninth. JC finishes 10th. And Jason Johnson, Doug Bramble, Ben Harcum, James Lawson, and Derek Catt round out the 15 who started for the first week, not the 0 week, at Daytona. And I see Matt is not in the celebratory mood here, so he just takes it in and parks it. Kind of a rough way to win him. The public perception there can look a little funky. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you later on from the LOL IRL.